Okay. All right. So, here we go. This is me starting something I've been meaning to do for a while. And I don't have a big, super defined plan yet, but I do have a feeling that I need to start somehow and somewhere, anywhere. Um, Not to say something grand or completely new and super polished. Just start and begin putting things out and learn from this. And this is going to be about my thoughts, questions I have, doubts, what I tend to doubt, and my realizations so far. And I'm still not 100% sure why I'm doing this, but I'm still gonna do it. Uh, and this is gonna be imperfect, but it's better than not doing it at all. So here I am, and I'm speaking. And so I'm gonna keep this just over here so that I can. Well, okay, I'm just gonna keep coming back and forth. So I think maybe just bring a bullet point over here about why even speak at all. I've asked myself this a lot, especially with how crowded everything feels now in social media and podcasts, videos everywhere. Everyone from every background and ethnicity and are sharing, commenting, giving their recommendations, their point of views, their opinions. And I'm like, what is it that I have to add to that is worthwhile? I don't want to add more noise. And I think I have something deep and important to say. Um, but I question that because I doubt. And well, maybe the value in speaking isn't about having all the answers. Maybe it's more for myself about trying to make sense of things out loud in real time, trying to give clarity in my messy world, in my messy head, for myself first, and possibly, maybe for someone else too. And that's awesome, but it's also awesome that I'm doing it for myself, even if nobody else finds value to it, or with it, on it, from it. And I think it's a form of kind of like a rebellion. I have been silencing myself for quite a while, and also to kind of like honor that part of me inside that is almost screaming out loud, or wants to scream out loud, to be witnessed, to make myself, to give it a voice. Maybe to say I was here, I felt these things, and I asked these questions. So maybe I was here, I felt these things, and I ask these questions. I wonder these and think like this or about this, you know? And also because I've noticed that when I don't speak, when I keep things in, I kind of feel like I'm betraying myself. Mm. And yeah, I don't, I no longer want to do that. So this is us. And yeah, and because they don't disappear, they sit there and accumulate, and they don't, they're shapeless. They don't help um, clear the fog, the clarity. Um, and I want to make space for them, hold them to the light, right? And that's partly why I wanted to try to do this, to give form to the half-formed things, thoughts that linger in the back of my head that never make it into words. And so I have this question, right? Why do people speak even when they know they might not be heard? And so what if I do this? So because I've been tackling this. Let me just ask this real quick. Where is it? Or actually, can I do this? Does it work both ways? Let me see. This is still recording. Use voice mode. Let's see. I don't know if I will cut it from. So we're trying. We're trying. Um.
Hey Eli, what's on your mind?
Hey there. So I've been meaning to ask, and I'm wondering, why do people speak even when they know they might not be heard?
That's a deep question. It seems like a lot of people speak for reasons beyond just being heard. Sometimes it's about expressing something that's internal, even if there's little hope for it to land with others. It might be a way of making sense of emotions or thoughts, seeking validation,
Right.
or just needing to release something inside. There's also the idea that people often want to be understood, or that talking is part of connecting, even when the connection doesn't always happen. What do you think? Does it resonate with your own experiences of speaking when you feel unheard?
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. But I think I have been caught up in my own kind of like limiting beliefs and my fears of, do I really have something important to say? Because maybe it's because I have been judgmental in how I've heard people talk about nonsense, and I'm like, we have to make something like some sort of filter for selling out microphones. Not everyone should have a podcast. But I'm like, hmm, should I? I mean, do I really have something I have to say? And maybe not necessarily because I want to publish it, to the public, but maybe just for my own sake, for holding space and bringing my words, my thoughts into the light by naming them, um, can bring some sort of clarity.
I get what you're saying. It's that tension between wanting to express yourself and doubting whether your voice really adds value. It's interesting how judgmental thoughts can get in the way of our own self expression, especially when we see others speaking with what feels like little substance. But that doesn't necessarily mean we shouldn't speak. It might just mean we're more aware of the power of words. The act of naming your thoughts, giving them shape and voice, is significant in itself. It's not about how others perceive it, but about you bringing your inner world into clarity. It sounds like your hesitation stems from that question: do I have something worth saying? But maybe the question isn't about worth in a public sense. Maybe it's about the act of speaking, regardless of the outcome. By bringing your words to light, you may uncover insights you wouldn't have otherwise, like a dialogue with yourself. Does the hesitation come from fear of what others might think, or more about...
So I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to make this too long. I said that as my goal, I didn't want to push it beyond 10 to 12 minutes or so. And I wasn't trying to make a point or a big conclusion, but I'm trying to mark a beginning. It's not a polished episode, it's a sketch, it's a trial, but it's honest, it's raw, it's authentic, and I think it's a good place to start. And so I'm listening as I speak, and that's good. That's gonna bring it's bringing me it's yeah, bringing me some sort of both honor to my to that voice inside, satisfaction and respect, I think. And so I think that's gonna be the end of this one. I'll be back for another episode, but yeah, I like this one as a starter. All right, peace. See you, hear you next time.